All right, so let's talk briefly about Duck Hunt. Let me just change it so I can use my default controls. Overall, Duck Hunt's in a very good position. I really do not think he needs like a lot changed with him. We'll put it through Bowser Jr. Like, you know, Clay Pigeon works the way that it should. I think the smash attacks are appropriately strong. Like, the one thing that we can ask for is like the one thing that we should ask for with Duck Hunt is just like better linking smash attacks. That's one thing for sure. We all want that. And then, you know, up air to connect a little bit better. You know, no one's going to complain about that. At least I would hope none of you would complain about that. And then, you know, I think Clay Pigeon's like at the perfect state of what it needs to be. Because, like, it's just like at the right amount to like combo and everything. You know, ideally, I would love for them to give Duck Hunt back his old forward air. Just because, like, since like there's so many like absurd characters in this game, I don't think he needs it. But it would help. The old forward air was nuts. And this one's like a little dysfunctional. Like if you look back at the hitboxes for Duck Hunt forward air. Where is it? Duck Hunt. Okay. It's like I just don't want them to remove that sour spot because like every now and then when I use this move, it just like tall characters will like thin characters will just fall right through it and it's dumb. There's no reason for that to happen. And then like, you know, if they oriented the duck in the way that he used to get work, it would just be so much better. But like overall, I don't think I like power wise. I think it's fine and everything. It's like everything from the beak on is still a disjoint, so it's laid out pretty well for that. However, like if he was flatter like he was in Smash 4, the hurt box itself on that would be better. So like I wish that would happen, but I'm not gonna really complain too much about that. Up air just really needs to link better, or like make the duck. If they made the duck disjointed on the first hit and then not on the second two, I think that'd be fine as well. Because like the second two hits are very disjointed. It's just that first one that ruins the anti-air properties of that quite a bit. Nair, overall I think the hitbox is fine, but like it would be nice if they made it bigger to cover his entire body. Just like make it like more consistent with that. Doesn't need to be that much bigger. And of course, like I would love for the entirety of him to be a hitbox, but I don't know. I feel like they've just oriented the hitboxes in a way where it doesn't miss as much as it used to. So like I think that's fine. Back aired, that doesn't really need any changes. For the love of God, I hope we get the auto cancel frames on this again, because it was always really fun to use it in neutral, but now we can't do that. And if we do get the auto cancel frames on that, we will get a brand new kill confirm. So that'll be good to have back again. And then you could use it a lot better for landing too. Because yeah, you know, like if we go back to the game, you know, we can no longer do that. Like it's just very minus on shield, so no reason to do that. I don't think they need to change anything with the specials. Like I think all the specials are in a really good spot now. Throws are in a good spot too. Like you should be killing by throwing to your can. That's all you really need to do. F tilt I think is perfectly balanced and all that stuff. Obviously, if they could do one change to Duck Hunt, if they could make any change to Duck Hunt at all, I would love for the duck to be disjointed. Like, just think about what that would do for the character. Your up air would be a consistent anti-air. Your fair would be a spaced sword, like a Meta Knight sword, but a sword nonetheless. You'd beat out a lot more options. Same with back air. Down air would be, you know, a little bit more disjointed as well. And then like all those wacky things where he gets hit. Like, let me do this real quick. And let me make him do smash attack. Well, actually, let me put me like at 50%. Because like Duck Hunt does like a really weird thing with his animation with the duck. That's a threatening image right there. Okay, so let me... So you see how the duck is jumping there? You can hit the duck during that time, and that includes his head. And it's, for certain confirms, work because of that. And that sucks. Like, that is a legitimately horrible design decision on my part. Like, on my thought on that. So, if they change that, I think that would make all the difference for this character. So, basically my two changes, give us auto cancel dare back. Just because like it makes killing easier, but it doesn't really break the character in any way. And then making the duck a consistent disjoint would make a lot of things a lot more consistent. It would remove like a lot of BS. Up air would just work as a regular anti-air. Like that basically fixes the move. And you don't really need to adjust his kill power at all. Like, I think his kill power is fine for what he has. And it's like, by giving him down air, up air, you still have to have an up air that's not stale for that to kill. So it's not like that would kill ridiculously early or anything. Like, if we put Bowser Jr. at 120, I think is when it should work. Yeah, let's put him at 120 real quick. It would just make that combo. And I think the reason why I killed Bowser Jr. there is because of like his weird hitbox mechanic. Yeah. Yeah, you still have like the weird horizontal one, but it would just be nice. Yeah, so let's talk about briefly like the rest of the cast. So, like, one thing that we've noticed with the balance patches is we haven't really had any significant nerfs. And I'm really happy about that, because truth be told, I don't think this game really needs anything like that. Like, Mario, I think some things with him probably need to be toned down. Like, I would say the biggest thing with him is, like, make him a little bit less safe on shield. Like, there's no reason for Mario to be safer on shield than Dr. Mario. Like, I don't know why that's a thing. Like, bears, like, Mario's back air is safer by, like, 1 or 2 frames, and I have no idea why, when Doc's is a lot stronger and everything. I just think that's really dumb. And it's just, like, some of his kill confirms are, like, too easy. Like, the up air fair ones are, like, kind of dumb. But I don't think he really needs to be adjusted. Like, he could be tweaked a little bit, but I don't really know how you would do that, per se. Like, if you reduce the power on, like, the fair spikes, like, let's say you needed to get them to, like, 70 or 80% to kill with rage, then I think that'd be fine. I mean, if you need to get them to 80% with rage to kill, like, I think that'd be fine. So, like, that way you're not completely breaking the move, because that move needs to be powerful. It sucks if it's not. DK just needs to be, like, a little bit more plus... Like, he needs to, like, push people farther away, because, like, otherwise, like... He's like negative on hit, like super early on. It sucks. Like once you know that weakness about DK, you can exploit him quite a lot. Link's fine. Samus is fine after the buffs. Yoshi's still fine. It's just like Yoshi's good against characters, but there's still characters that Yoshi loses pretty bad against. Kirby is one of those where like now that we've seen players like Ron play him a lot better, I think he's a lot better than people give it credit for. But he still has to work really hard for his stuff. And, like, I think if you slightly boost his mobility, if you do it too much, he's broken. And then if you do it just slightly, I think he'd be in a fine spot. And that's really the only change Kirby would need. Fox is fine. Pikachu's fine. Like, I don't really think there's anything that you need to nerf with Pikachu. Like, he's still not good with range. He still dies early. And then, when you know how to deal with, like, T-Jolt and things like that, it's not as bad. But, like, yeah, like, relatively just little weakness. I don't think there's really too much he's got to change. I just want them to redesign Luigi, because, like, he just sucks until he grabs you. But that's a big request. Ness, he's fine. Captain Falcon, Um, he just needs like a little bit more oomph in certain things. I haven't studied him enough to really say what. Jigglypuff, I'm not really sure because it's like Puff is in just such a interesting position right now. Like, obviously, like HBox is doing a little bit better with the character, and like there's some really good Japanese Puff players out there too, but no one really knows them because they don't really go out to things. I remember at least when the game first came out, one of the best players in a region in Japan was a Puff player. But yeah, like there's some really weird things. Like, okay, so like her jab is very safe on shield, F tilt's very safe on shield, up tilt's very safe on shield. Smash attacks obviously aren't. So it's like her grounded moves are safe, her aerials are very safe too. So it's like there is a lot of pressure that she can do with that. Like the only one that's not really safe is like downer, but it's like so many hits she can drift out. And if she lands it, well, then you're dead. This should change. There's no reason for rollout to be this. This is just dumb. Like this move just loses to everything. Of course, side B's fine. Sing, I think, is in a usable state, so I wouldn't really change that. So it's like Jigglypuff, I think like players just need to find something that works with her. And then like once they get that down, then I just don't really see what changes she would need to like kind of like improve certain things. What else do we got? Peach Daisy, I think they're fine. Like they're like at the right strength that they need to be. And then like after they got toned down, it's like I think they're definitely in a good spot. Toning them down anymore would just break them. Bowser's fine. Like he's dumb with a lot of things, but it's fine. Ice Climbers are fine. Of course, fix the Nana AI. That's really it with that. Once they fix the Nana AI, like these will be very fun characters to watch where you're not going to have them complain about stuff not working. Sheik's fine. Zelda, I feel like if with like the way that she works, like I think she has a very good playstyle for what she is as a character. But like I feel like if you wanted to change the way she plays, like you need to tone down certain aspects and boost certain other ones. Obviously, in best case scenario, they would make her, if they made her side B work like it did in Project M, that would be the coolest thing in the entire world. So like what you would do for that is you could lay down those mines, then you could set up the knight, and then like reduce the kill power of the knight so that way it's like meant to combo into like so you reduce it so that way it still kills that ledge, but like it's meant to combo into the flames, and then you like lightning kick them, and that'd be really neat. Dr. Mario, honestly, like if they gave him slightly more mobility, he would be okay. Like I think the way this character should be played is like he should be played like a Guile. Like he is like one of the absolute best out of shield games. Like of course you got Nair and you've got up B out of shield and up smash. Those three options are ridiculous. So like I think if people just learn how to play a really really good defensive Dr. Mario, like you would get pretty far with him. And even if you look in Japan, there's a lot of players that get pretty far with Dr. Mario. And it requires that patience to really make him work. And I think that's fine. And I think just having that's okay. I would like for them to give him back down throw fair. Because, like, the big thing is, like, I feel like if he gets his hands on you, he should just eviscerate you. And he does that. But I think giving him, like, a kill confirm off of, like, that, where he doesn't need his back turned around, I think that would do a lot for him. Because, like, I think, like, that should be the hallmark of the character. It's like, you just win overwhelmingly in defensive play. And then just giving him, like, a kill confirm off of that grab, like, down throw fair, I think would be just enough to make him a lot more viable. I think that's mostly it. Because, like, he can still kill off a back throw, but, like, if I can kill anywhere off of my throw at, like, a certain percent range where someone should die, I think that would fix him. Or they could improve his recovery, too, but I don't think that needs changes. Because, like, if you make up B go higher, when you whiff that, it's easier to punish. Whereas if you have it at the distance now, it's, like, it's perfect for escaping things, and, like, if you hit somebody, you won't be negative on hit. So I think the up B's, like, at the perfect height. You can improve, like, the distance on Tornado, but I think that makes it harder to kill. Pichu, he's in a good position. Falco, just make things connect. Like, honestly, people shouldn't be falling out of up smash. People shouldn't be falling out of up tilt. That's dumb. Marth, if you make his tippers connect better, this is gonna be a horrible character to fight. Like that's just guaranteed, and it will make him better than Lucina. However, I'm not against having sauce. So if they like change him in a way where he can combo into tippers like really nicely off of like a lot of really unique situations like more consistently, I think that would be fine. But you have to be very careful when buffing this character. Like if they buff Marth to what he was in Smash 4, I would be 100% for it. That would be fine. Like I'm fine with Marth being like a similar level to what like Roy is. And it's like, you'd still get the consistency aspect of Lucina. So it's like going either or wouldn't be a bad decision. Young Link's fine. People that complain about him are just annoyed about fighting a good character. That's really it. Ganondorf, honestly, I think he's a fine character. Like, the way he's designed, he'll never be a great character. But I think that's okay. Like, I think there's one thing they should change with him, though. His up B needs more horizontal distance. And I don't know why they nerfed that. I don't know if it's something... Actually, let me check Smash Wiki real quick. Because they'll have his actual change log in there. Smash Ultimate. Ganondorf. So, from... Tributes, okay. So he's actually... His airspeed is faster. Gravity's higher. Yeah, so everything about him did get improved in terms of just like get general characteristics, and I think he's at a perfectly fine speed for everything. The biggest thing I think is Flame Choke. So, wait, no, Dark Dive. Oh, I didn't know this. So when you actually do the Dark Dive and you grab somebody, it actually has like he goes off significantly farther out. Okay, so interesting. So it doesn't look like they actually reduce the distance, at least from what it says. And the grab's more disjointed, so that's good. So they said the damage was increased, kills really early, slightly less ending lag. Yeah, I think the biggest thing with that is that they need to give it more horizontal range, because I feel like there's like so many moments where it's just like there's just like so many moments where it just like misses. Mewtwo, I mean, if they just get like rid of like one part of the tail hair boxes, then he'll be fine. If you guys have like never looked at this character, it's actually very sad. Let's switch to this. So like his hair box goes all the way out to here. So yeah, like if they got rid of this, he'd be fine. That's kind of the only change he needs. Because like there's so many things that will hit him. And I think getting rid of that, like it makes it that his hurt box is still large, but it's not like an absurdity anymore. Because like his kit's good. He has a really good kit. Strong moves, spaces really nicely and all that stuff. Good projectile and everything. It's just that it's too easy to hit him, and it makes him inconsistent because of that. And I think if you do that, he'll be a lot more consistent. Personally speaking, I don't really think these two characters really need much of a change. Croy, I think, is balanced. Chrom is, I think, balanced just because of how easy it is to kill him. And basically anybody on the roster can kill him immediately. So like, I don't think he really needs to change for that. Roy, he has like really dumb easy kill confirms and all that stuff. But like, he is able to get the kills like off like the sour spots and everything. But like, I feel like his recovery's still just exploitable enough. He's still in just enough vulnerable positions. It's just that he's a very mashy character. But you can play around that. Honestly, making Rapid Jab kill again wouldn't be bad. You came late, Afro. Literally, I think if you gave Duck Hunt this one buff, it fixes all of his problems, which is you just make the duck disjointed. If you make the duck disjointed, up airs and anti-air, it'll be a lot harder to hit him in like a lot of really weird situations. And then also, if you just made downer auto cancel, if you gave him those two changes, that's a perfectly fine character. The duck disjoint. I just think it helps with a lot of his issues if they did that. And they just made him not a hurt box anymore. Game & Watch, despite what everyone complains about, he doesn't need to be changed. You just need to learn how to fight him. Down throw up air? I mean, he already has that when you have bad DI. So you don't really need that. And you can also throw it a can already. Okay, gotcha. Meta Knight, he needs something. I'm not sure what it is, though. Because, like, when you make him kill off a dash attack and down throw, he wins that matchup. And when you take that away, he doesn't win that matchup. So he's in such a weird position. I don't know what you do to him. He needs something, though. I don't deny about. Yeah, and like down air duck disjoint, that cut's fixed at that point. You have a more consistent kill confirm. It's not really a busted kill confirm either, and then the duck disjoint like literally fixes all of his moves, except the smash attacks. The pits. Here's what they need. They need a good quick option in front of them. Like on the ground, the pits are fine. You don't really need to change the grounded options. It's the aerials. Like let's go to them real quick. So it's like the issue that like pits have is just like it takes an absurdly long time for their options to come out. So like when they're in the air, they're actually pretty vulnerable despite having like multiple jumps. So it's like Nair comes out frame 4, but like as you see, you need to jump inside them. And like even this can like miss, but you can get a lot of cool things off of that. Their forward air comes out like frame 11, doesn't have like enough range and everything. And you can just kind of stuff them out easily. Back air's frame 10, which it's not bad, but it's not great. And then the sour spot is the most cursed thing in the entire world. Basically, if you miss this hitbox right here, like that red one, you get that sour spot, and they just live forever. You cannot kill with that. And I don't even know why that move has that. Down air has a lot of nice combo utility. Of course, the spike's impossible to get, but that move's not too bad. Up air's a pretty good juggling tool, too. And then it's like you're kind of relying on this to get around a lot of things, too. Also, give them more of a grab game. I think if they had that, too, it'd be better. Like, they could do down throw, up air stuff for quite a while. And then, like, forward throw at ledge will kill. But, like, they kind of need something else. Or if you gave them more mobility. I think, like, more mobility or something like that. Then they'd be fine. More mobility, and then, like, I would do something about forward air. At least personally speaking. Meta Knight giving Meta Knight more damage output would be absurd. Zero Suit Samus, she's fine. Like, she can kill, but like it's never absurdly early. It's just except like Nair down B, but you can DI out of that. So it's either you're ready for it or you're not. And like other than that, she's not like really too oppressive. Like, I think that's a finely designed character. Wario's annoying, but I still think that's a finely designed character. Like you kind of rely on a lot on your waft gimmick. His normals aren't too great, but they can combo very nicely. And then like he does have ways to like clench out the kill even outside of waft. So like I think he's fine. But I would say there are probably some tweaks to him that you could do to make him a less irritating character. Snake's fine. People just need to take advantage of his disadvantage more and play around grenades better, and you know, people won't have issues with Snake as much, and you kind of already saw that towards the end of before we went under. Ike, okay, this is what they need to do with Ike. They need to make Ike's moves actually useful. This is what I mean by that. For those of you who don't know, Ike was like actually one of my favorite characters to play like way back in the day. He was my character I played in Brawl. I loved using him in Smash 4 as well. It's just that at a certain point he wasn't viable. in that game. And also, I made Duck Hunt in Smash 4 because Duck Hunt was amazing. So, like, up air, that's a great move. Everybody loves this move. At least Ike players. Non-Ike players hate it. But this is the issue with Ike, is, like, outside of, like, up air and Nair, none of his moves feel satisfying to land. Like, you know, back air has, like, a lot of power to it, and it's pretty quick and everything. But, like, there's almost never a reason to use it because you can do this. This is a lot safer. And if you land it, you know, you can, like, combo this into... You can combo that into up air. So it's, like, once I get him to, like, you know, I think it's, like, 80% or something like that, then you can do that to, like, kill. So it's like, you know, why would I ever go for this when I don't need to? It's got a lot less range. It does have more power, but, like, doing Nair to that will do a lot more. So it's like, you know, I could do this, and then I could do another Nair, and then just do that. And then I could probably get the kill exponentially earlier by comboing them off the platforms and whatnot. So they need to make, like, Bear feel a lot better to use. Because, like, Bear's pretty safe on shield. Like, let me get the numbers real quick. Where's Ike? So yeah, it's like, you know, Bear over here is like -5 on shield. Wait, no, Bear's -6. Let me see. Okay, so Bear's -6 on shield, so that's good. And like forward air is like -9, so you can space around that very nicely. But it's just like they don't feel good to use. Like it's like the sound effects and some other things, they don't feel as meaty as they used to before. Because, like, you know, one of the things I loved doing was just, like, going off stair and, like, just hitting them with the fair and all that. So it's like, if they gave you a reason to, like, use the rest of your kit, then that would be good. But it's like, Nair is just so over-centralizing that it, like, literally disincentivizes you from using the rest of his kit. And, like, that's a travesty. Because, like, this character used to be all about, like, spacing and then just, like, your fundamentals. And by putting everything around Nair, it really, like, killed the character in terms of, like, what he could, like, what you should be doing with him. So it's like, they just need to make his overall kit a lot more useful. Probably, like, emphasize his grabs a little bit more. Because, like, I think he could still do, like, combos and all that stuff. Like, that true combo at the very least. But he just needs a little bit more work, and then he'll be fine. Because I think you can still, yeah, you can still use, like, quick draw for, like, relatively little lag, which is good. And then you still use down tilt, because down tilt's still great. But, yeah. Just some tweaks. You'll be good. Okay. Rest of the cast. Pokemon Trainer, fine. Diddy Kong, I think, like, with him, they just need to, like, kind of, like, adjust the frame data a little bit on him, and then he'll be fine. The thing is, like, okay, so Diddy Kong should never be Smash 4 Diddy, because that'll be awful. Like, if Smash 4 Diddy was in this game, he would still be, like, one of the most disgustingly oppressive characters that you could do nothing about. But it's, like, I think just, like, some minor frame data changes on him, or maybe instead of that, like, make him kill slightly earlier on things, then that would fix it. Also, if you make up smash connect consistently, then, you know, that helps too. Lucas, he's fine. If you do him wrong, he'll be really annoying. He's still annoying to fight, but, like, yeah, like, if he had his down throw combos again, I'm not 100% opposed to them, but, like, if he became Luigi, the character, with a better neutral, then that's no good. Like, that's where we have to draw a line. Like, if he can grab me and, like, get me to, like, 60, 80%, okay, fair. But, like, if he can kill me off of that, then that's where we got a problem. But having kill throws is not an issue. Like, I should emphasize that. It's just, like, if you can grab me once and then, like, combo me and kill me off of that, then we have a problem. Sonic's fine. He's good. Nothing else you need to do with that. King DDD needs so much love that, like, you need to, like, completely reinvent what this character is. The bigger thing with him is, like, his normals are just so slow and like, bad. That's no fun. And his combos aren't good enough. Like Gordo's, if they made Gordo's have more priority, that would help a lot. But like I don't think that really fixes the fundamental issues with him. Like, you know, I wish he had like good normals. I wish he had like his old down tilt back. Then you know, if he had like old back air would be great to have too. Just like make him have like a better grab game. Yeah. Like if they changed the way that like Gordo's worked, that'd be better. If he had Gordo stick like 100% like he did pre-patch, then that would make him very scary as well. Because like Gordo stick, you at least need time to set that up. So it's like that's why I've never been 100% opposed to it. Because like that gives him like a very solid, very strong punish game. Give him that. Give him slightly better ground speed. Give him a better grab game. Like he should be able to kill off a throw. Like I think it's really dumb that he doesn't. And then, you know, you'll have a lot more of a character at that point. Olimar, he's fine. You don't need to change him. Especially after they fixed his shield. Lucario, I feel like he's in a good point right now. Because, like, I feel like he's I think he can do more than people give him credit for. But if you buff him wrong, this character becomes, like, unbelievably broken. Like, for the most part, Smash 4 Lucario I think was okay, but like I think he was a little bit too absurd. Like if you dialed it back 10% from Smash 4 Lucario, I think that's like the ideal place he should be. Rob's fine. He's annoying to fight. And like no one likes like the down throw setups at all, but like he's honestly a fine character. It's just like he naturally beats characters, he naturally loses to characters. Very defined strengths and weaknesses. And if you know how to exploit those and you know how to use gyro against him, then he's not really that much of a problem. Tooling's fine. Wolf's fine. Villager, he needs some sort of love, but I don't know enough about him to really say what it is. They need to fix up tilt, because I know people can fall out of that. They fix that, that'll do a lot. Bagman's fine, Wii Fit's fine, Rose is fine. Little Mac, I kind of wish that he had like some of his old combos back, but that's really about it. Like, just like slightly tweak his like normal punish game a little bit more, and I think he's okay. Because it's like he still has like a lot of really dumb things about him. Like if he gets you into a tech situation and your reactions are good, you can realistically kill your opponent off of getting him in a tech situation once. So it's like if you just like make his combo game a little bit more consistent with platformings and all that stuff. Because like from what I know, it's like he kind of lost that. Smash 4 he could kind of do a couple of things. I don't think he can really do that here. And then I think he's in a good spot. Greninja's fine. Palutena, it's like I wish they would change her Nair, but I think like realistically with the way that she's designed, I don't think they will. Because like let's say you can only chain two Nairs together, and because like you and like only at low percents. Well, if you increase the knockback of it, then it's just gonna kill a lot earlier. But I think there's a way you could do it. I think if you buff the base knockback of it and then like reduce the knockback growth of it, so then that way it's like, okay, there's a period where it chains together, but then it's not going to kill even when you get it off stage. And there's like, you know, like after like 60%, it's really not going to combo anymore. Then I think that'd be fine. And then basically she becomes a lot more of what she was in Smash 4. Like I wish she had her jab mix up still. Because like if she had that, this would be a much funner character to watch and she'd be a lot funner to play. The jab mix-ups were really, really cool back in Smash 4. And I think if you did that, like nerf Nair correctly, and then you give her jab mix-up so like that way she's compensated with something else, this will be a fun character. Because it's not like jab mix-ups are like a grab. Jab mix-ups like require a lot of precision and like a lot of personal choice involved with that. It'll make her a lot funner to watch. Because it's like her aerials and everything like absurdly safe. So I don't think those really need to change. Pac-Man, I don't know why people want this character nerfed so badly. Like, Pac-Man's good, but he's not, like, overpowered in any department. You just need to learn his traps and setups because of all the time they dedicated to it. That's really it. Pac-Man's fine. Robin's fine. They're, like, a character that's not great, but, like, they're a character that's not bad. Like, they've got, like, a really, really good, solid punish game. No Zoner quite acts like them, too, which I think really puts them in a really cool niche. And I think like they fit a really unique playstyle, so I think they're fine. Shulk should just not be able to Monado Art change out of hits, like in hit stun. That stuff's dumb. That's so dumb. So change that, please. Junior just needs some like quality of life changes to him. I forget exactly what they're like. Mecha Koopa needs to have some changes to that. Like I would like it if like Mecha Koopa like could still walk through shields. I think that's better than what they currently have, where they just die on shield. A little bit more consistent with the kill confirms too. So now it's kind of an issue, and I think they'll be okay for that. Because, like, they have a lot of ways where they can kill. But it's like, I still think it's like their situations are kind of niche. I already talked about Duck Hunt. Ryu. And he just needs some buffs to get him to Ken. I don't watch enough Ryu players because they don't really exist. So, like, if I did... Like, I would just like Ken and Ryu to be, like, pretty much interchangeable in terms of, like, tier list placings. Where it's, like, one's better for certain matchups, one's better for other matchups. But I think they're already there. It's just that, like, I think there's just overwhelmingly more that Ken could do. And that's really it. Cloud. Okay, so... This is a character that I think that just needs a minor tweak. And I think it's really to Nair. Like, Nair's not a bad move, but it's not a great move either. So if they change that, then, like, basically he kind of, like, has his one issue of just not, like, having, like, a great get off me tool covered. And because, like, they already nerf limit, he's already a glass cannon because of that, because everyone knows how to edge guard this character at this point. And it's not like any of his out of shield options are ridiculously good. Like his up B out of shield, that comes out like frame 7 or something. Like let me check. Up B out of shield is frame... It's frame 7, so like it's not an absurdly good option. It's just a decent option. Nah, that's too bad. But yeah, no, like I think if they fix Nair, then they'll be good. Corrin. Corrin needs something. The biggest issue with Corrin is that they have no consistent way to kill. They have to read you like crazy, and that's really it. After they changed the up B fix, I think the recovery's fine now. Because like before, it just had a weird drift issue and it just never grabbed ledge. It was terrible. Now it's at least okay. And like the thing is, like they kind of need to give Corrin back the kill confirms that they had back in Smash 4, like like paralyzer shot into like tipper pin. That I think does need to come back. Their ledge trapping is like at least still just as good as it was in Smash 4, so he can at least still do that. But it's just like this character just can't kill reliably, and that's kind of what they need. And it's like you can't do it too stupidly either, because like the reason why like this character was good in Smash 4 is because Pin was like stupid, and they shouldn't make Pin stupid, because if they do that, then this character is just going to become a Palutena, except like their neutral gimmick kills you at 60%, and that's no good. You don't want that. So I do think like being able to use Pin and then jump out of it would be nice, and like jumping out of it like immediately. And like out of that jump, you can't pin again. So like that way, it's not like it's an over oppressive tool. It's like it kind of limits what they can do, and it like forces them to have like to mix up their options after that. And it's like after you jump, you lose your double jump and all that. So it's like you can at least do it and mix them up, but you can't be dumb about it. And I think that'd be a pretty fair trade off for them. It's like they can use the option more, but they can't be like absolutely brain dead about it. And it's not like they'll have like an easy kill confirm into it either. So I think that's what I would like to see from this character. Bayonetta, I think they should like slightly increase the knockback on Nair specifically. So the reason why I don't want them to buff up air is because if they do that, then she's going to kill stupid early all the time, and that would be dumb. Where if they buff Nair, she has to get you off stage, and then she has to combo into that nicely, or she has to edge guard with that. And then that way, it's like she will kill more consistently, but it's not going to be drastically earlier as long as you like don't buff it by too much. And she can still drag you off, but it's like she needs to be in the position to do it. Whereas like if you buff up air, she can be anywhere and still get that kill. And the thing is, it's like if you know the SDI for her, it's still very easy to get out of her situation. So it's like she would still have to do a lot to get that kill, but like it'd be a little bit more consistent. So that's what I'd like to see for her. Inkling's fine. You don't need to change anything with that, because their neutral's absurd. They deal so much damage, and they get you to a point where they can kill you easily. Ridley. Ridley is like a couple of changes away from being just really good. Like their jab is great. Their tilts are amazing as well. It's just like they're kind of big and they get comboed like crazy. I think the bigger thing would be this. Like if they could, if his survivability just improved a little bit, I think this character would be okay. Because like the punish game is absolutely amazing. Their neutral game's not bad either. Just because of like how quick they are, how much space they can cover, and how much range they have, and their tail is disjointed as well. They're able to compete with like a lot of things, but there's some characters that can smother them. But like I think it comes down to that. Like if they can just live for slightly longer, like I'd say like 5% less than what Rule can do, then I think that's enough. Because it's like I think the biggest thing that Ridley needs is he needs opportunities to survive. And then that should be enough for him to like be the threat that he should be. Belmont's, honestly, if you just find a way to improve their recovery without like breaking them, then they're fine. It's mostly like the glitches with the whips that they have. And like once you take away their thing, then there's not much they can do. I think the one way that you can improve them is if you give them a slightly better kill confirm, or like a good kill confirm. I think that would fix them. At least make them consistent. I already talked about Rule. Isabelle, she just needs good ways to compete with like a lot of characters, but I'm not the expert to talk about that. Incineroar's fine. Plant's fine. After the Arsene nerfs, I think Joker's fine. Hero's okay. Banjo. Because like I think the character's fine the way he is, but I think he needs something to make him more exciting. Terry I think is okay. Byleth. Okay, so this is a character you have to be very careful with, because if you do them wrong, this character becomes busted. I'm not really sure what the answer is yet. That's like we didn't get to see them enough in tournament to really make a decision on that. And then the Mii's, I don't play them enough to have an opinion on them, because like I feel like Gunner's fine. From what I know, Sword Fighter's fine. From what I know, Brawler's fine too. But there's probably things I could say, but I'm not explored them enough to say. And okay, that is going to do it for character speculation on patch watches. So we'll move on to the next topic.